Do you struggle to get a better night's sleep? Then make sure you watch this video, 8 tips on how to get a better night's sleep. So why is sleep so important? Well, sleep is an essential function to the human body. It allows your body and mind to completely restore itself, to rest, to recharge. It allows for essential hormones to be released, mainly growth hormone and testosterone. These two hormones are essential for muscle building and also fat loss. You know, we've all been there when you've had 3 to 4 hours sleep, you wake up feeling really crap in the morning, you feel tired, groggy, snappy. So having that 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep in the morning makes all the difference. So your body has something called the circadian rhythm. So this is basically your body's internal clock. So it tells you exactly when you wake up, when the morning is, afternoon, and when you should go to sleep. So in the morning, your body is releasing cortisol. So the ideal scenario is when you wake up to get sunshine as much as possible. And if you can't go out, just sit by the window, and this will automatically make your body release cortisol and keep your body awake. When your body releases cortisol, your melatonin decreases. Melatonin is a sleep hormone, so your circadian rhythm is telling your body clock to get ready for bed. And another little trick I use is sort of dim all the lights towards night time. So if the lights are really bright, you're going to have trouble winding down. As the night goes on, dim the lights down low and let your body produce more melatonin to get ready for sleep. Here is my top 8 tips on how to get a better night's sleep. Here is my tip number 1, regularity. Try and aim to go to bed at the same time every night and to wake up at the same time every morning. Me personally, I tried and aim to get to bed for about 11 o'clock at night, and I'm always up about 6:30 every morning. So I get at least 7.5 hours of sleep every night. Think within your brain you have a 24-hour master clock, and when you sleep at the same time every night and you wake up at the same time every morning, you are basically training your body to fall asleep at that same time, and that way you have a better night's quality of sleep. Regularity is the key to a good night's sleep. Tip number 2, limit the caffeine intake. So you want to avoid all caffeine drinks like coffee, tea, or any sort of pre-workouts well before you go to sleep. Coffee has a half-life of 6 to 8 hours, meaning after 8 hours there's still half of it in your system. So if you go to bed say 10 o'clock at night, you don't want to have any coffee before 2 p.m. So limit all your caffeine well into the afternoon and early evening. If you want a great night's sleep, then I would eliminate all caffeine altogether. Number 3, create the perfect sleep environment, and this means create the correct temperature. Your body sleeps better when it's cooler, so I would suggest the temperature around 18 Celsius. You want to sleep in a room as dark as possible, so if you want to block out the curtains and have blackout curtains, that's even better. And I will also pick a room that's really quiet. If there's sort of background noise, things that will keep you awake, then that will interfere your quality and quantity of sleep. So make sure your room is as quiet, dark, and as cool as possible. Number 4, is winding down before bedtime. So ideally you need to be turning the lights down low as you will get towards bedtime. Stay away from any blue light emitting objects like your mobile phone, your TV, your laptop, and these blue lights will keep your body stimulated and make you release cortisol, which is the hormone that keeps you awake. I would suggest trying to wind down about an hour before bed. Take a hot shower. Once you've had a hot shower, then your body will cool automatically. Read a bedtime book. Stay away from your mobile phone. I know it's hard. I know in this day and age everyone's got a mobile phone beside them, but try reading a book, put some gentle music on, turn the lights down low, and just try and think about relaxing before bed. Okay, so tip number 5, avoid a heavy meal before bedtime. I've done it before when I've had a large meal and right before I go to bed I feel stuffed and you can't sleep. You're sort of wide awake because your belly's too full and you can't turn to the side. So I would have your last heavy meal at least 2 hours before you go to bed. If you are going to be hungry or peckish before you go to bed, just have a light meal, have a light snack, have a bit of carbs, have a bit of protein, a little bit of fat. You don't want anything that's too heavy to digest, so pick a light snack if you need to eat, but stay away from all heavy meals 2 hours before you go to bed. So another tip I use is to limit my fluid intake at night time. So about 7 o'clock I cut down my fluids, because normally when I do drink fluids up to bedtime, I do wake up in the middle of the night, so 2-3 o'clock to go to the toilet, and that does sort of interrupt your sleep cycles. And when I do go to sleep at 11 o'clock, I have an uninterrupted sleep for about 7 hours. Give this a go, cut all fluids about 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed at night. Another tip from me, and it's worked for me really great since I've been using it, is to wear an eye mask. So my room, my bedroom, the curtains are really thin, so any sort of external light comes in and it sort of keeps me awake. So when I wear this eye mask, it completely blacks everything out and you're in total darkness, so the sleep I have is a lot deeper and I feel refreshed in the morning. I never wake up to an alarm sound, always wake up at the same time every morning, and it definitely does work. So another tip I'm going to give you is to avoid naps. If you are prone to napping, try a nap away from bedtime. If you do go to bed, say 10, 11 o'clock, try not to have any naps towards the evening. Try and have all your naps in the early afternoon or late morning. And don't try and nap for more than 30 minutes at a time. When you do nap for more than 30 minutes, you do go into a deep sleep cycle. And when you do wake up after that, you do feel even worse before napping. So stay away from napping or avoid napping before bedtime. Okay, so the last tip of the day is when you do go to bed and you do have trouble falling asleep, your mind can't switch off. So the rule of thumb is within 25 minutes to get out of bed and go outside the bedroom and just try and wind down, read a book, do something relaxing, so when you do feel tired, then go back to bed. You don't want to be lying in bed, tossing and turning and overthinking about situations and being stressed. So if you can't fall asleep or have trouble falling asleep after 25-30 minutes, get outside the bed and read a book, do something relaxing, and when you do feel tired, then go back to your bedroom to fall asleep. So that is my last tip of the day. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I hope you took away a few of the tips